These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Can you hear my dogs?
Nope.
Okay.
Good morning, Skippy.
Morning, Joshua.
Monday, February 20th, 27th by the time this posts, but it is a beautiful Monday morning here on the west side of Michigan.
We are partly sunny over here.
Yeah.
It's scheduled to be in the 50s.
Shut up. We're
Sorry,
only gonna get 44 over here.
that whole lake effect thing.
Yeah, I know. So you just got back from vacation.
We're just gonna let's just go right into that.
Well, where do you want to start?
Well, you're the one that worked.
Okay, I'll go.
I
Trying to remember the week.
never know. Mine might not be as fun as yours.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was an okay week. Wednesday was pretty slow. And that's been our one spectrum location that's been very feast or famine. So we're either super busy there or not really busy at all. Just happened to be one of those days where it wasn't as busy. Weather was not great here on the second half of the week last week. We really paid for, in the law of averages, really paid for the 50s that we had over the weekend and the beginning part of the week. It was cold and windy, spitting a little bit. So pretty sure that had something to do with it. But Thursday, Friday were, pretty good days. Thursday was a pretty good day. That's when the precipitation really got funky over in this area. We didn't really have any accumulation, and then all of a sudden there was accumulation. It turned pretty quick. Kept going from sleet to rain to snow to sleet to rain to snow to and we were set up 11 to 1:30. There was nothing on the ground as of 12:30. At 12:45, there was a solid layer of frozen sleety snow on the ground and on the roads. Probably the worst drive I've had with the trailer heading back to my house. School started closing that night for the next day. I had to go all the way to Holland to pick up the stepkids, and I knew at that point coming back that there wasn't going to be school the next day. It was pretty clear, just with the forecast that was for overnight, that it wasn't going to get any better, and the temperature had already dropped to well below effectiveness of salt and chemicals, and the highways weren't clear at all. But we decided to roll on Friday still, despite because I figured the highways would be clear, and it's mostly highway from location to location for me by the time I needed to leave. And once I got to the highway, I was good. My little back roads from here to there weren't super, but left a little bit early and made it there alive. And by the time we left there, it was fine driving on the way back. So,
That's good.
But yeah, so Wiseman was a pretty good day. We got a lot of regular customers we haven't seen since fall, so that was good. Definitely on the uptick. If we could ever get some nice weather on the second half of a week, we'd probably be slamming. So, yeah. This week is more of the same, Wednesday through Friday. A Spectrum office, the gas station, and Wiseman again. But we have found out that we do have some connections at some places, and looks like we might have a good bar location finally for a night of the week, and a consistent night of the week, hopefully. So it's in Holland, which we've been told is a food truck desert outside of Tulip Time Festival, that they aren't welcome, that don't go there. But we found another food truck from the Grand Rapids area in that area last week. They posted. So I kind of reached out to them, and they said that they were told that was the only spot they could go unless it was Tulip Time, and that we just happened to have a connection at the place they set up. So we reached out to them. They're looking to have more food trucks, and they've been in talks with the city fairly regularly, and it looks like they are starting to ease some food truck restrictions, at least for private property, bars and those kinds of things to bring food trucks in. So yeah, it looks like it's could be promising to open up a whole new area that's pretty close to us. That's been begging for us to come out. So we'll see.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, I know that it brings us into some other people's territory that we are friends with, and I'm not sure how that will be received, but at this point, I don't care a whole lot. So
There's enough money out there for everybody.
there's enough people out there for everybody, Skippy.
That's true.
I want all the money.
Yeah.
So there's not enough for
Very true.
everybody. I want Elon Musk and money. I think I might be in the wrong business.
Very true. Yes.
So yeah, that was my week. Yeah, super busy with now that we're actively looking to put on subdivisions and things for evening hours. All of our days are pretty much full for lunch services for the whole year. We have a couple openings here and there, but we removed probably a handful or so of what were regular spots in the last couple of years, and been replaced with some other spots that we hope will be better. We're confident they'll be better. So I think after 3 years, we finally maybe have some scheduling stuff figured out. So
Onwards and upwards.
sure. That's the plan, at least. I have complete confidence that this year will be a record-setting year on all accounts.
Well, my week was strictly vacation mode. We my wife and I literally haven't taken a real vacation in probably close to 10 years, maybe even 15. And so off season, she really doesn't have an off season. So she was able to work around some of her clients, and we headed down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, whatever you want to call it. So they're all within 5 minutes of each other. We made it to Lexington, Kentucky Wednesday night, stayed there just so we could get to Gatlinburg as early as possible. We rented a cabin out in, basically, there's a lot of cabins just in random hills, and the cabin was beautiful. Just a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Had a second level game room with a pool table, a surround sound system, just
Nice.
and an air hockey table. So Thursday was like 75. We pretty much spent the whole day walking around downtown. Went to Old Smoky Moonshine Distillery, took the tour, did some tastings. Went to Sugarlands, which is the one that was inspired by the Moonshiner show. Not as good. Smoky was probably the best one. And then yesterday hit up, or not yesterday, but Saturday we hit up Tennessee Shine Company. They were definitely number 2, but Sugarlands, they were okay. But man, it's all pretty much the same flavors anyway. Saturday was cold, mid-30s, snow, rain. And of course, my wife and I decided to go hiking that fine day.
What hike did you do? Where'd you go? You remember?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. We decided to have breakfast beforehand, and I would strongly advise that if that you empty your colon prior to going hiking. As Josh takes a big bite. So our plan was to go to Rainbow Falls.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Which is a 2.7 mile hike there, and obviously 2.7 miles back. We made it about halfway before I got the clinch and decided to walk back. Luckily there was a bathroom there.
You didn't just hang your butt off the side of a cliff and go?
No, it wasn't that it would have been messier, let's put it that way. So anyway, so then we went to the Ogle Farm, which is basically like a little farmhouse in this barn. and that was a 3/4 mile hike through the wilderness. That was fun. So all in all, it was like, I don't know, 2.5 miles ish. Then we found another waterfall, Cataract Falls. Very short hike, but very beautiful, beautiful waterfall. Saturday was pretty much all about nature. Or Friday, I should say, was all about nature. And then we closed Friday night, or we had lunch at DeLauder's Barbecue, which there's barbecue places down there, and everything on everybody's menu just looked oh so super sauced. Like, I'm just talking just a thick stick to your ribs sauce. And it's like, so Jeremy Brown, one of our competition friends, said go to DeLauder's. It's as close to real barbecue as you have. So we went there. It was a mom and pop shop out of the side of a gas station. Cooks on a backwoods piglet, the double big one.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, really good. But it's very good. Like, I posted a review on my Facebook page, but like I called it an 8.2 out of 10. It was a mom and pop. Their son and sister runs it. Very personable, and portion sizes were probably 1/3 of a pound. And my meal was like $26, and I got 4 meats and 2 sides. So that's pretty good. I thought portion pretty good value, since value is on our minds for the last couple of weeks. Felt like I was visiting your food truck again. And then we went at night. We went to Chesapeake's, which is a seafood restaurant, and it was downhill from there. Or that place was downhill. We waited. We were told that we didn't need reservations, even though online it said make reservations. So I called, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't think we're going to be busy tonight. Probably 10 minutes if there's a wait." We get down there, and it's busier than busy can be, and that 10 minutes turned into an hour. However, because it's just the two of us, they got us seated within probably 30 minutes. Pretty good. So we throw in our appetizer order. My wife is an oyster virgin, no longer. So she got some oysters Rockefeller and one $16 crab cake. 4 oysters and 1 crab cake.
Wow.
And I ordered a ribeye, and she ordered like the fried fish platter or whatever. And literally about an hour later, the waitress comes back and says, "I'm so sorry." We're like, "Oh boy, I completely forgot to ring in your order."
All right, peace.
I'm like, "Excuse me?" She's like, "Yeah, but I just did, and they're gonna have it out on the fly and make sure it's all good for you." So then the manager, who looked like a busboy, an older feller, looks like he needed to be retired a while back. Very nice fella, comes over and says, "How you guys doing?" I'm like, "Well, you tell me, boss." He's like, "Well, yeah, you know about this. We're making it right now. We'll make it right. Let us know if you want any desserts or anything like that. We'll make it right." So I ordered we got our meal probably 15 minutes later, and I ordered my steak medium, and definitely was not medium. I don't know how on a ribeye, how you can get the outside like medium rare, but get the inside like well done. So I made the best of it. I chewed it and I chewed it and I chewed it. And the waitress comes over and says, "How was your steak cooked?" I'm like, "It's chewy." She's like, "Damn." I'm like, "Don't worry about it. We've been here long enough." She's like, "No, it's if you don't like it, it's on us. Well, it's our problem, not yours." So we get our bill, and they took my steak dinner off, which I thought was very nice of them. I have a feeling that they might have took other people's dinners off too, but
Well, they were in a rush, though. They threw it in the microwave first.
probably.
And then-
Flavor was good. Flavor was great, and the onion rings were absolutely fantastic. Like brought me back to my childhood onion rings, not the ones that are frozen in a bag somewhere. and then we did a little more. Yesterday was all about, or not yesterday, but Saturday was all about nature trails, and we just drove and drove, and till we got lost and drove some more, and we stopped on the side of the roads, watched the river flow, found waterfalls just on the road, and it was probably the most enjoyable day, and it was real cool. And then drove home yesterday. Stopped at Buc-ee's. I'm a Buc-ee's virgin no more. There's one in outside Richmond, Kentucky now.
How big was
around
it?
75.
I know you don't have a reference, but I'm wondering if it's as big as the ones down south are.
It flipping huge. Okay,
Like a Walmart with a full-size gas station attached.
Yeah, like absolutely. Actually, it was more. I'm gonna say it's more of a
Target.
I don't know. They've got like a sunglass hut. They've got, I mean, a tchotchke store. I mean, it's everything inside of this place.
Mhm.
We walked in the hard lines side, and like I'm like, oh, Costa glasses. Oh, Oakley. Oh, fishing stuff. Oh, barbecue.
Did you get yourself some brisket?
I did.
How was it?
I got the chopped brisket sandwich. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't grab the sliced. I don't know why. Just because I didn't want to be disappointed. Just in case.
I did not get any barbecue when I was there.
No,
No. Because I wasn't aware of the pedigree of the Buc-ee's barbecue until after I had stopped. When everybody said, "Hey, did you get the brisket sandwich?" I was like, "No, I got a breakfast sandwich because it was 9 o'clock in the morning." And
doesn't matter.
right,
We got there.
and it was a gas station barbecue. I didn't.
Hey, good barbecue comes out of gas stations.
But Buc-ee's is not a speedway.
No, it's
damn sure.
There was probably like 300 people inside just walking around looking at.
That's why they have to have so many pumps there, is because their cars will be parked at a pump for a half a day.
Well, there was a pump and then a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
So people parking at the pump and the Walmart parking lot. It was in the middle of nowhere too. There was nothing around this place whatsoever. Smokers, like they had Old Country barbecue smokers for like $700. I'm like, what? You just gonna throw that in the back of your truck?
Yes.
They did have some cool, I guess, barbecue items that we don't see up here. Different types of charcoal, wood, and their prices were outstanding. Like a bag of B&B wood, like cooking wood, here at like Ace Hardware is like $30 a bag now. There it's 11. Like,
so did you load up?
I had my wife's little car with me, and of course we had so much more crap than we had going back. So no, so the sandwich was good, and the tater tots were they had a lot of jerky there. They call it a jerky mall. Going back to Gatlinburg, we actually did dinner and a show, our first ever dinner and a show. We went and saw the Hatfield and McCoy's dinner show, which is pretty fun. Food wasn't that good. Well, food was okay. It was probably like a C plus B minus. Pork and coleslaw were fine. The chicken had no flavor. Other than that, yeah, it was Buc-ee's was a highlight of the trip. We saw it going down. I said, I'm going there on the way back. And we're counting. There's so many billboards. Like the if you know, you know,
Yeah.
like the initial or not the initial, but the letters, just all sorts of things. We have gas.
What got going on this week?
It says we have gas pumps. We have ethanol-free gas. I'm like, okay, cool. And then this week, I scheduled my last health inspection for Saturday at a little event. I'm just cooking sausage and mac and cheese. Found a place to get local, like store-made sausage. So run with that. The Michigan Nordic Fire Festival in Charlotte. If anybody wants to come see me, be there from Saturday from like 11 to 7 or something.
How's your scheduling going?
I was hoping it'd be better, I guess. March is very, very light. I have pretty much every weekend booked, but pretty much every day is open. Actually, every day. So I'm gonna concentrate on trying to build up spots.
Are you trying to do lunches too this year, or? Are you gonna-
Yes, I will try. Yes. My subdivisions are still good. I've got 30 or so scheduled. I'm in a new brewery this year. Got some just random school events. Over here, there's actually a lot of food truck like Tuesdays and Fridays and cruise-ins and stuff like that. So a lot of my weekends, like every weekend in June and July is booked. So we're doing all right.
Well, cool, man. That's awesome. Shit.
We hope so.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's crazy how much different your scheduling is from my schedule, or at least how we perform during the day type of thing. So for us, our lunch crowd is our bread and butter, and our subdivisions are meh. For you, it's the other way around. That
Yes.
you seem to have a harder time finding those big lunch crowds, and then your subdivisions over there are phenomenal. And you haven't had a problem really finding good bar spots and stuff. I mean, those all seem to, for the most part, hit for you.
Pretty much.
There's gonna be dead days, but yeah, on the whole.
I talked to one of the local bars about, or local distilleries about putting on like a backyard type cooking class. I think I mentioned that last week. So
I don't remember. It doesn't sound familiar, but
So they have a nice building. I mean, it's in a hole in the wall as far as a town, very small town. But whenever we do there, I mean, our 4 hours are anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 for 3 to 4 hours. So pretty good. So I did a Super Bowl order. One of the owners ordered a couple racks of ribs and wings, and they're like, we're renovating this side of our building and we're turning into like an event space. And it's maybe, 10 by 20 spot, nothing huge. But I talked to him, I said, hey, have you thought about like, what if I wanted to put on like a backyard barbecue, like cooking class, cooking ribs or, something like that, or maybe a date night cooking steak or something. But like, we fucking amazing. Let's run it. So I'm thinking something maybe around, I actually have Father's Day off this year, which I don't normally. So, and Mother's Day. So I might put something on for that weekend and see if it's something that will stick. I'm not charging an arm and a leg for it. So
Mother's Day has always been a good day for us.
yeah.
Yeah, like a busy day. We're typically in Newaygo on that day, and it's almost always a busy day. Father's Day, on the other hand, dead.
Really?
Which
See,
is
last year I didn't really do anything. I don't think I did anything on Mother's Day, but Father's Day for me was awesome. But I was at a distillery, so
yeah. So yeah, last year was the first year we did Father's Day because Mother's Day have been so good. We're like, well, shit, let's go ahead and do Father's Day. It was awful. I was like, well, that didn't really. I was really thinking all the mothers would be out getting food so Dad wouldn't have to cook for his own day. But
I do have 3 competitions scheduled this year.
Good for you, bud.
Full 4 meet. And there's one in May, the first weekend of May. That's a Friday, Saturday, and we always stay till Sunday and go home. But I actually have an event on Sunday, like in my downtown. So this will push my limits probably, but I'm looking forward to it.
Piece of cake. No problem at all.
Yeah. Go home Saturday, cook, be ready for Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem. It's not like you're not a big party guy at competitions anyway.
No, the wife is. I normally have to rein her in, but she said she'll camp there and bring her own car. I'm like, okay. So since we don't ever really have a format, unless you actually had one today.
Well, I have some things, but I go ahead with what
Are you familiar with Old World Spices?
Yeah, like the little spice shop.
Well, no, they manufacture for like Pellet Envy and Loot and Booty and a lot of restaurants in Kansas City. They're a co-packer basically.
Okay.
You can actually, I found out yesterday, you can create a wholesale account, and they will all the rubs and sauces that, and even hot sauces and stuff that they carry, they will give you wholesale discounts on. So, for example, like Head Country sauces,
Yeah.
for a case or 4 of them, it's like $65. So I've been looking for kind of a hot and spicy sauce because a lot of people have been asking me for it. So they actually have a really good hot and spicy sauce. But you have to. So the only minimum is you have to have a minimum of $100 order.
Huh, interesting.
But you have to be able to sign up for it. You have to have a tax ID number, which we all do.
Right.
So, but I thought it was interesting. I was going through it yesterday and then I was going through it today just to find out what they carry. They carry all like Mark Lambert stuff, a lot of Kansas City restaurants, Plowboys, all that stuff. But if you're ever in a bind, it might be a good. I was checking the differences between the superstores and them, and it seemed pretty similar. But I haven't ordered from the superstore yet, so I don't know what their shipping's like. They're obviously out of the same area, so.
Yeah, I would imagine shipping will be probably similar if they're doing like a FedEx home type of thing from old world spices. I would imagine it'd be similar at least. So
Just thought I'd tell you.
huh. No, I hadn't been familiar with them. So
Any barbecue people that are listening, might be something to look at if you're not making your own.
Interesting.
Anyway, how's it going? What else we got?
That was all you had, Mr. Since we don't normally have a format, so
I just kept
Oh.
going. Me.
I know this stuff started coming through on my messages about a week ago. And I'm not sure if we really talked about it or not.
Let's talk about it.
The food truck park in Grand Rapids.
We did. You lightly discussed it. Said you were kind of on top of it.
Okay. No, never mind. I didn't have any new information. Other than I kept getting hit up on the same post all week long. People kept sending it to me.
Well, because everybody loves you.
Yeah. Well, I've heard. I went and looked at the other spots that they have. They have 2 others in Michigan, and the reviews are phenomenal. People that I've talked to that have been there say it's amazing. So yeah, Grand Rapids needs to get their stuff rolling so they can get that in. Yeah, pretty exciting stuff happening in Grand Rapids right now. So that whole Riverside area on the south side of Grand Rapids and being redone for, looks like the amphitheater is finally moving forward. That's going to be along the river, and lots more event space and a whole lot less parking space. So go team.
Go team.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, that's looks like it. Hopefully it'll go forward. But outside of that, I've been reading a little bit through the Food Truck 101, not as much as I would have liked to, but there was a couple of things that caught my attention. And you had a great segue earlier about value. So early on in the book was what's on the menu and trying to figure out food cost as it pertains to the cost of your item. So the book says that in the price of your food. So I will pull up my menu real quick here so that we can do this for reals. Get good numbers here.
I love for reals.
For reals. And we'll use the item that everybody loves to talk about for me. The loaded mac and cheese.
Let's just beat it with a dead horse. Or beat it like
You're the one that brought it up again.
I did not. I just said value. We're just talking about value, bud. We're just talking about value.
All right. So loaded mac and cheese with pork is $13.50 for us. Okay. Let's see if we can get this visual for everybody out there. I don't know that this pulls through or not. Can you see the whiteboard?
No, I see you.
Okay. Let's see. No. Can use presenting board opens in presentation mode. Granted, do you want to users to have access to the board after the meeting? Sure. And there and open. Did your view change?
Loading your whiteboard.
Oh.
You're viewing Josh's whiteboard. Ooh, unable to load this whiteboard. Error code.
Oh.
Hold on, hitting retry. Oh, hi.
Good. You see it. Awesome. I'm hoping that this all comes through on the recording for those of you that watch on Facebook. So let me get rid of this. This is very paint-like. All right. So do I have a text? Okay, so let's go. $13.50 is the cost of my loaded mac and cheese. Okay.
Sure.
It is saying in this price that 25% of it should be your food cost. So
25?
all ingredients, the container that you serve it in, silverware, blah, blah, blah. We're not including the labor. We're not including the propane, all those other things, property, trailers, blah, blah, blah. Those aren't included in this 25%. Okay. Because it's almost impossible to figure out what the gasoline cost on a generator is to make a loaded mac and cheese.
Can I raise my hand?
What's that?
How do I raise my hand?
Raise your hand. I can see it.
Oh, you see. Okay. Raising my hand.
What?
For the people that don't have this book, can you explain why 25%?
Because that's what the book says.
Oh. I thought it was a third. I thought the goal is to third.
You might have been told or read on some forum that 3 times cost is the appropriate method for pricing your menu. Well, it was in 1977.
Good year.
And that is when that whole metric kind of started, was in that year. And it's never been updated. So now we're 4 times cost to do your menu pricing. Make sense?
Yep. Keep going.
All right. So I know for a fact, well, we're going to go some easy to use and look at numbers. That in my loaded mac and cheese, there is $1.25 worth of mac and cheese. Okay.
Okay.
Currently, pork is at $1. I think I paid $1.65 the last time I bought pork by the case.
Okay.
So rough math, and I always figure at half loss, which I know is too high for pork.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like 60%, but I go with half just because it's easier math for everybody. So figuring $3.20 a pound, roughly.
Okay.
Cooked. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
We'll add in another 70 cents for seasonings and anything else that you might do it with. So Finished product, you're at $4 a pound for pork. Okay.
Sure.
There's a quarter pound on my loaded mac and cheese, which gets us to $1 in pork.
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
50 cents for silverware. I believe containers right now are around 18 cents for a standard 9x9 styrofoam, not pressed cardboard or anything like that. And then let's say with veggies and sauce, we're at another 50 cents. Shit, let's go 75 just for shits and giggles.
Like shits and giggles. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So here is $2.25, $2.75, $3.50, $3.68 total cost for mac and cheese. My loaded mac and cheese.
$3.68.
Yeah.
That's what I got. Okay.
Okay. Now, if you multiply that by 4,
$14.72.
How much?
$14.72.
So I'm just under.
Looks like you're losing money, as we've been telling you for the better part of a month now.
Okay.
Thank you for proving our point.
Okay. Do you want to go through the rest of my menu items and see how much overpriced those are?
I'm just saying, we weren't talking about the rest of your menu. We were especially talking about this one.
Okay. What? I didn't say I wasn't not proving the point. I was just going through an item.
Thank you.
Right.
And I appreciate that. It's a good item.
So on our piglet, which is our number one selling item, we're at $1 for pork. We're at 16 cents for a bun and paper wrapper, which I believe is about 2 cents. So we're at $1.30, give or take,
Okay,
on an $8 sandwich.
for sure.
All right. I'm glad we're all in agreement now. But you don't need everything on your menu to make money.
You are correct. I mean, there's things called loss leaders for sure.
Uh-huh. And
But if the most popular thing, if you're selling 120 pork sandwiches and only, 20 mac and cheese or 20 loaded macs, I completely understand where you're coming from. But you just proved our point right. I appreciate that.
that I should be charging more.
Should be. I didn't say you should be. I said
Yes, you did. Oh, no. We can go back and listen. I can pull it up.
Okay, fine.
How many times everybody said I should be, or that I'm not charging enough?
So how many pork sandwiches, how many piglets did you sell last year?
A bajillion of them.
Find out.
Hold on. It's not like I have that number right in front of me. Good God. You give me a second. I can pull it up. $47,000.
All right.
No,
And so
there you go. Hold on.
I was gonna say,
I don't know why this is okay. I don't know what numbers those are. Hold on. Why don't I what kind of order is this in?
there's one in every group, guys. There's one in every group. He's probably doing it faster than I would too. So,
Well, I did an item sales for all items, just in case you asked me about something else.
I will.
It's pulling up in about it's a weird format that it's pulling up in. I would have thought it might be similar to what is on my phone, and I probably could have gotten it faster there. Hold on, all day summary display by. I do that. Nope, that's not what I want. I do there, and I do top 10 items. Can I do that from here? Fuck you. Okay, so we're back to here. Oh, you know what? I'm going items. No, they won't let me. Fucking bullshit. Where's my phone? I should not be able to do things faster on my phone than I do on my computer. All right, reports. And there, and there, and there. And let's see here. Let's go all the way back to January of 22 through December. There and done. And we go show details. And
Son of a biscuit.
what's wrong?
Looks like my Square debit card was compromised.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'll figure it out, but Damn Bucky's.
You're blaming Bucky's?
Because it looks like it was them. Or it looks like where it was.
Yeah. All right, count. 2,200.
2,200. Okay. So, and for the sake of easy math, we're going to say it costs $2 to make a pork sandwich.
Okay.
So that means every pork sandwich that you sold for $8, you made $6 off of.
Okay.
Just in food cost. So 2,200 times 6. It's $13,200 in profit. How many loaded macs did you sell? Pork.
I don't know why you're going about it this way, but
Well,
1,700.
I don't know. And you said it was
It's losing about 70 cents, according to the 25% food cost rule.
$368. All right. All right. How many did you sell again?
1,700.
Oh, $16,694.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you make your so how do I say this?
I don't know. I have no idea where you're going with the numbers you just pulled.
Well, you said your top selling item was a pork sandwich,
Yeah.
even though your most profitable, and that was basically, that wasn't even your most profitable item.
It's not?
According to this, no.
No. You're going based off of sales.
Well, yeah, but it's going based off the numbers that we just talked about.
No, because you just pulled those numbers in two different ways. So you did the profit number for a pork sandwich at $6 times 2,200, right?
I think so.
Okay. For the pork loaded mac, you would need to do a 70-cent loss times 1,500. So your number is negative for a profit number on a loaded mac and cheese.
Maybe that's right. I don't remember now.
So basically,
I don't remember where I was going on that one.
The profit margin on a pork sandwich by $1, and everything evens out on a loaded mac.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
I don't know where I was going. Never mind.
Bottom line, I'm still making money.
Nobody said you weren't making money.